Hey guys and gals, I'm going to talk a little bit about the for each loop, the enhanced for loop, and how it's useful in this video. So we've already studied, hopefully you already have an introduction to for loops, which we can use it to go through an array specifically. So to do it really quickly, if I wanted to go through this array and just print out all the different values, then I could just do a little simple for loop, nums.length I plus plus. So this is just a different way to declare an array, just really quickly. It's kind of like roster form in mathematics. So we have this for loop, and then I could just system.out.print ln nums of I, right, to print out G. So this will just very clearly print out the values and do so just like that by running it. We see right here, yep, and there it is. It prints out all those values, one per line. And this is really nice. The regular for loop, it will allow us to print out, to go through and do certain operations, and we can use them in particular contexts. Now we're studying the for each loop, which is a little different and in its syntax, but is very powerful. So I'm going to say for int x in nums for each x in the array of integers called nums. I'm going to print out to a new line after each one, and print out x. So as you see, this did 2 copies. I'll print a little space in between them. And there you go. They printed out my little 2 copies of it. What's this actually saying? So what this says is for each integer x that's in the nums array, I'm going to take that x and print it. So it's a little bit, we don't have to do as many steps. We don't have to talk about the length and increment. Again, this will be really useful, especially we can do the sum a lot. If we want to find the sum of these, we can do int sum and do for each integer in the array. I want to do sum plus equals x, and then I want to system.out.print sum. Okay, so I can put for good measure, I'll put my braces before and after it. Now, there we go. Let's try it. And there we go. So it was a lot cleaner, so to speak, right? You're just declaring a new variable, taking each successive value, or all the values in nums, assigning to that, and then using it however you want in your code. You can print it, you can add it to a sum, you can do the average the same way. It would be make it a lot easier. So we're going to follow this kind of same syntax, and I'll do an array of doubles, which just magically appeared right there, thanks to movie magic. So I can use this to print out each of these values as well. I'll go ahead and comment out all this other stuff so we can just focus on this line right here. So again, for doing a for loop, it would be the regular for loop would be hopefully pretty easy for y'all right now, but for each double x or whatever variable, double turkey, doesn't really matter, double x in the array dubs, I'm going to print it out to the and there you go. Right. So again, it just did for each of those values, and you can do the sum very similarly. For the homework, obviously you're gonna use the string an array of strings and print out very similarly. Again, just following this very similar style and the exact same syntax. It's a really powerful tool. It'll help us to do a lot of things. We won't be able to do certain things with it, but again, now you'll be familiar with the for each loop to ground out the different ways to go through an array. Thanks, and God bless.